crowd is ready. It's Monday Night Primetime on EA Sports. Straight ahead with a nationwide audience tuning in. It's a Monday Night Primetime showdown between the Carolina Panthers and the San Francisco 49ers.
Set to kick off.
Ready to get this game started? Here's Eddie Pinheiro. And here we go on Monday Night Primetime. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. All right, let's get this one on the road, Brock. It is 1st and 10.
Ready. 5-6, 52 blue. Blue striker. Ready.
Young on the play action. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up 2nd down.
Nick Martin on the coverage.
Set, red, steel, black, 60 red, slide blue. Cut.
On the ground, Chuba Hubbard gets it. He's going to snag a couple of yards, charging up the gut. Tackle made by Jair Brown.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
3rd down, they need 7.
Edo blue. Come on, set. 10 black, red, cycle. Ready.
To the air on 3rd and long. Brought in right side by McMillan. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he's stopped.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
The Niners take over. For 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
All right, starting in the pistol this time, Brock. 1st and 10. Here's the first carry for Christian McCaffrey. Oh, and he's out to clear. Rolling into enemy territory. Hits the 20. Christian McCaffrey. And he's going to score. Touchdown, San Francisco. The 49ers don't need long to take a 6-0 lead. Christian McCaffrey, the touchdown. Eddie Pinheiro on now for the extra point. Bit off with his aim, but that point after is good. And the 49ers will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Now Pinheiro on to handle the kickoff. And that one flies right on past the end zone. Did not make an effort to even hit the landing zone, Bronx, so they're going to gift him a drive starting at the 35.
Ready.
So good field position for the Panthers. Starting this drive, 1st and 10. This drive will begin with Hubbard. And he'll make his way through for a pickup of 4.
It's one of those sneaky little runs, Kate, that gets you enough yards to create some doubt into that defensive coordinator. You could stick to the ground. You could throw beyond the sticks. You really create some indecision now defensively.
Yellow, 22, black shot, blue, black.
On second down, it's Hubbard. And he's going to have this up and across midfield, partner, to the 48. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
Danger, Kate. Danger, I say. You get this guy in the open field, and he is dangerous to take it to the house.
The ball's on the 48. Here we go. First down.
Set, hut. Go, yellow, 40, smash, red. Hey, red, yellow, zoom. Ready?
Back to the ground they go. Hubbard. And this play doesn't work out like the last snap, right? So you can only get back to the line as the defense all over this one.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
All right, here we go. Second down.
Hey,
Tight end going in motion here.
Ultra. Ready?
On second down, it's Hubbard again. And he's going to have this one down to the 37. And it's a gain of 12 on that one. And that's going to bring up a Carolina first down.
That's just not the guy defensively you ever want in the open field. Frankly, with the amount of space he had at one point, they're lucky to have limited to the gain they did.
We've set it downs from the 37.
Down.
Play action now. Young. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
I think those big old boxing gloves might have made a better catch and a better call than receiver gloves right there for that one. It is going to be a fight to hang on the ball, and we just saw physicality personified.
Ball stays at that 37. Here's second and 10.
Come on, set. Blue, 32. Yellow, go. Set, cut.
Here's a give to Hubbard. We're working a couple yards past the line. Bernardo Green with that tackle.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
Okay,
Right, number 7 on this drive, and they need 7 here on third down.
set, ready. 6, rail, yellow. Ready.
Third and long, and they're going to throw. And that one's incomplete. For now, it brings up fourth. Let's see what this penalty flag is all about. So it seems like either way they were getting a fourth down here, but this way cost them some extra yardage too.
Hey, I get you want to avoid a possible turnover by forcing it down the field, but it's really hard to find a scenario where 10 yards and a loss of downs is the better outcome.
The Niners take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
'49ers to the line. First and 10. On the ground, begin the drive with McCaffrey. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
No gain on the play. Second and
Purdy on the play action.
at the 20-yard line.
Looking to his fullback now. And he is persuaded to go out of bounds just as he gets this up past the 30-yard line. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that means it'll be first down San Francisco.
First and 10 at the
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
First and 10 from the 32.
Get set.
They'll try it right with McCaffrey. And they'll take him down after he advances this up to about the 43.
12 more yards.
That's going to do it for our first quarter here on Monday Night Primetime. We've got the 49ers in front. Back to Levi Stadium right after this. We're back, and it's 49ers football as we resume. They're looking at yet another first and 10 on this drive. They stick with McCaffrey. Rolling into enemy territory. That play good for 17 and a first down.
To play running back in this league, well, you've got to have tremendous vision. We saw it twice. Once to find the lane upfield, and then to get to space and break off some extra yards.
So fresh set of downs now from the 39. Purdy on first down. And that's going to fall incomplete. They wanted to get it right back to him after that run, but no luck on that throw.
Kid, I'm just kind of laughing because I could feel the armchair quarterbacks going, I can make that throw. And anybody who's actually made those throws says you have no idea what it feels like with everybody breathing down your neck. That play's got to be right, timed up right, and it certainly wasn't.
On second down, here's McCaffrey. And they shut him down on this one. They get him behind the line, and that should push him out of field goal range.
A loss of 1 brings up third down and 11.
Yellow.
McCaffrey on third down. Same guy, same results. He's bottled up for a second time, and that's going to bring him to fourth down.
Hey, Kate, you were out there with me on the West Coast, and I was spoiled and you were spoiled. When we watched that Legion of Boom, we watched two of the best safeties in the game, Cam and Earl, bringing the pain, bringing the heat, bringing tackles just like that for significant losses.
And this one never had a shot. It's well over the goal line and the end zone entirely. That'll be a touchback. Panthers look just about ready. First and 10.
Here we go.
Hubbard gets it to start the drive. And some excellent work to drive them all the way up past the 30-yard line. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
Well, more often than not, it's the passing game that's asked to go from first down in just one play. But when you get that big play potential on the ground, geez, it just infuses your offense with confidence.
Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete.
Safe to say there's been an early disconnect between the planning phase and the execution phase for this offense. Might be time, Kate, really to get back to basics, to the calls that you just trust the most.
Second and 10 now from the 32 after the incompletion.
Let's go.
Here's Hubbard on the give. And that plunge is going to garner a couple of yards. The Amador Lenore there on the stop.
It'll be this group's job watching the film to find all these plays. The ones that amount to really very little statistically and identify what was needed to just make them a little bigger, stretch them further. Afterthought plays now, they could be the big gains of next week.
Third down here, need 8 on the play.
Down. Red, 38. Red, yellow.
They'll air it out on third. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. Fourth down coming up.
In real estate, Kate, it's location, location, location. In football, it's rhythm, rhythm, rhythm. And you don't get third down conversions, you get no rhythm.
yards before they bring him down on the return.
Panthers take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
San Francisco to the line. It's first and 10. They'll start this one on the ground with McCaffrey. And this drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line.
A loss of 2 brings up second
And we are
12
still waiting for the
at
scoring for
20-yard line.
anybody really to get going as we've hit our 2-minute warning. The 49ers with the lead here at Levi Stadium. Offense to the line for second down. Working out of the gun, it's Purdy. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete. Working across the middle, Brock, it is tough for anybody to make plays through all that mess, even when you're the biggest and baddest pass catcher on the roster.
But as a tight end, you're going to be disappointed because that's what you're paid to do. It's one thing for those undersized receivers you talk about. It's another one for these big tight ends. You are paid to make that catch through contact, and you couldn't do it.
To the left side and wheeled in by Kittle. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. Now we get a timeout by the Panthers. It's their first. Thomas Morstead on the punt. And he wants to hit his second effort just as well as he hit his first. And this is the punt you want every time. He bounces out of bounds and sticks them inside their own 10. First call here coming from the shotgun.
Blue striker. 45, white, yellow, blue. Claws red.
Out of the shotgun, a give to Hubbard. And he'll scurry forward for a pickup of 3. Panthers moving quickly, trying to get set at the line. Shotgun snap now to Young. Catch made by Chuba Hubbard. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum to keep that defense on its heels.
So a new set of downs. Here we go, first and 10.
Ready.
Out of the gun, Young. Fits it through the middle. And he will have this across that 40-yard line before they manage to stop him. Now Carolina's going to take a timeout. That's its second. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half.
It's a gain of 25 yards. First down, Carolina.
Ready.
First down from the 42.
Set, zoom, black. 60 red. 60 red. White. Slide blue. Green jack. Red, cycle. Ready?
Young working from the gun. Can't connect on the throw to his running back. That's an incomplete pass. Takes him to second down.
Fairly safe to say as that one falls incomplete this first half so far, that's not met the standard they set for themselves.
After the incomplete pass, here comes second and 10.
6, level. Here we go. Red, 38. Smash, red. Striker, 3. Come on. Check.
Sticking to the air, it's Young. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's going to just get this across midfield before he's taken out of bounds. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that's good for a Panthers first.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a first down.
Okay, ready?
Here's first and 10 from the 47.
Let's go now. Red, yellow, 50, green. Ready?
Here's Young again. And someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Picked off by Fred Warner. And the 49ers will take over as he records his first interception of our season.
Such a huge point of emphasis for so many defenses clogging up the middle of the field. They saw that receiver enter the middle and did a terrific job of baiting the quarterback into the throw and an even better job of forcing the interception.
Great starting spot here for the 49ers. They're headed up 1st and 10.
Yellow. 18. Watch out.
From the gun is Purdy. They'll get it to Brandon Ayuk. And they're going to bring him down, but not until he gets it down to their 32-yard line. They managed 22 on the rip and a first down.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap first down.
They're trying something here. They fake the spike. And that one falls incomplete. An unexpected call, but it does not get the better of them defensively. No luck finding George Kittle with that one. And now it's 2nd down.
Kate, it just kind of feels like they've met their match with this defense. So many plays, well, they just not ended the way they were drawn up. Fortunately, well, their defense is doing the same. You really feel like which offense can get into rhythm is going to find a way to win this game.
This is reeled in by Juwan Jennings. And they're going to be set up at the 11 after that play. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that first down.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
Again, it's Brock Purdy. Getting out to his left. Has some room to work. And he will score. Touchdown, San Francisco. The 49ers will extend their lead as time expires in the half. Brock Purdy with the touchdown. Extra point try now from Pinheiro. And the kick is good, so they add 7 to their lead on the final play of our first half. That's halftime of this contest. We'll join both teams in taking a short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports in just a moment. Now Fitzgerald on to handle the kickoff. Here's a return from the 7. He stopped on the run back of the 27.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. Quick throw out wide. I think this might be a double pass. He finds a man. That's caught. He's brought down. What a surprise with the double pass there. Gets him a first down. It's a pickup of 26. And that gives the 49ers the first.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
One play in, Brock, and this drive is already into enemy territory.
Get set. 118. Watch out.
1st and 10 now. Here's Purdy. On target to his back. Here's Christian McCaffrey. And not much doing. He stopped quickly.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 44-yard line.
Yellow. Over here.
Shotgun, handoff to McCaffrey. And only can get it a yard here, bro. It's going to be 3rd down.
He's brought down at the 42-yard line. It's a gain of 2. Brings up 3rd and 5.
Outside.
Shotgun snap for Purdy. Kittle makes the catch. And they're going to haul him down a step before the 30, right at the 31. They gain 11 on that play. And that means it'll be first down, San Francisco.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On third down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity. Man, did he make an impact play.
Play action now with Purdy. Connects on the crosser. And they have this down to the 11 before being marked down. So 20 yards on that play. And that gives the 49ers the first.
Part of the reason I leave you pregame, Kate, and get down to that field and watch these guys throw and catch is I want to see their timing. I want to see their anticipation. That is picture perfect right there. A crossing route thrown that quickly tells me these two are on the same page.
On first and 10, it's McCaffrey. And he only gets this one down to the 9. Offense in the hurry up here.
The 9-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's second and 8.
Back to McCaffrey on second down. And it hasn't been a common sight out of him tonight, but the defense wins this rep. He's limited to no gain on the carry. Back-to-back runs yielding just 2 yards, and now it's third and 8.
Where one defender failed, well, his buddy was there to swarm to the ball and make that play just as it gets to the line of scrimmage.
Play number 8 of this drive, and it's 8 that they need here on third down.
Watch out!
Thinking touchdown, but they will not get it. That's incomplete, and maybe worse, Brock. It's going to bring up fourth down. Eddie Pinheiro out to try to put up 3 here for the Niners. High percentage look for him here from the left hash. Pinheiro's kick is good, and they come away with some points on that series.
What a season this guy has had. Yet to miss on a field goal this entire year. And I really hope I didn't just jinx him.
Now Pinheiro on to handle the kickoff. And he got all of that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So good field position for the Panthers. Starting this drive, first and 10.
Here we go.
Young looking to throw. Let's set up the screen. It's Hubbard. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line. A dose of the hurry-up offense here.
Right, 97.
It's now second and 6 at the 39-yard
Red,
line.
yellow.
Now Young. Throwing the out route complete. And they send him out of bounds as he gets this to the opposing 45. The end result there, 15 yards and a first.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
Let's see how they attack this first down, partner, from the 45.
Ready.
Looking to throw, Young. Finds a seam down the middle. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Carolina. The Panthers start the second half with some needed points. You love seeing a tight end get the chance to show off those wheels, right? And in the best of cases, he could rumble the whole way home.
Kate, think of getting somebody with that type of mass rolling at full speed. Who's really going to want to stand in the way, wants to stop him anyhow? The answer, nobody.
That lead trimmed just a bit, down to 10 points now as the kick is up and away. Fielded at the 7. Big shot at the end of that run back as he gets it just past the 20.
The Niners take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
'49ers to the line. First and 10.
Outside.
Purdy, a quick throw, complete. And on First down only gets about a yard here, and the defender there to force him out.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9.
Outside. Yellow. 18. Watch out.
Handoff headed left to McCaffrey. Well, even a great game is going to have its lesser moments. He can't get anything out of that carry. Stop for no gain.
These linebackers of today, they are so quick. They're so twitchy. You don't get a body on them in a hurry, they're going to stick you right at the line of scrimmage.
A less than ideal 3rd and 8 here.
Yellow. 18. Watch out.
Third and long. They're going to throw. Kittle's got it on the slant. And this play reaches the 35 before it comes to an end. All right, we reach the final quarter of Monday Night Primetime. It's 49ers football, and we'll see if they can close things out for a win. All set to go now from the 35. From the gun, McCaffrey. Wild play. First guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
These big D tackles in this league, they love weaponizing their size right in the middle of the field. It is so hard to clear lane against them. And once he got his paw on him, it was dead on arrival.
Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10. Working out of the gun, it's Purdy. Right side, and that's secured by Kittle. So a solid gain there, Brock, but still 3rd down and short that they've got to figure out now as they pick up 9 on that previous play.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on a throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
Purdy on 3rd and 1. And he'll be brought down a step or two shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48. It's a pickup of 4 yards. And that means it'll be first down, San Francisco.
There's no question the greatest concern there was just getting the first down. You want a high percentage throw, and you're not really concerned about big yards. Well, the drag route was perfect. He comes open in the short field. It's easy to zip that throw right in there and reset those chains.
First down, Purdy to throw. Short pass brought in. And he's going to be brought down after reaching the 43.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up 2nd and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Now a give. It's McCaffrey headed right. He's out in the clear. Gets it to the 15. Touchdown, San Francisco. The 49ers can put this out of reach as they make it a 16-point lead. Christian McCaffrey, the touchdown. Pinheiro good on the extra point. And the 49ers take a 3-possession lead.
Panthers 7. Eddie Pinheiro set to kick off.
Now Pinheiro on to handle the kickoff. And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So good field position for the Panthers. Starting this drive, 1st and 10.
Let's go. Yellow, set.
Up the middle, Hubbard. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made.